coming to talk.
Yeku charité.
La bira de la bira. Il est un bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Yeku charité.
Liberia listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Yeku charité.
Liberia listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Yeku charité.
Liberia listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to
Yeku
talk.
charité.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Yeku charité.
Liberia, listen to the voice of Liberia. It is time to talk. Bringing sense to the issue for better discussion. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, Seku Sherry coming to talk. Entertainment for information and education. Seku Sherry coming to talk. Liberia, Seku Sherry coming to talk. Good information, entertainment and education. Seku Sherry coming to talk.
Yeku charité.
It's on a Friday. It's on a Friday, and today having to be the 10th day in the month of January, and the year is 2025. What a pleasant good morning, Liberia. Good morning, Liberia. From wherever you are, and how best you listening to Voice of Liberia, would like to say good morning and welcome. This is Good Morning Liberia. And of course, it's on the weekend edition of the show. What are the issues to talk about? The Unity Party Youth League turned as failed the Unity Party government. Hey, Liberia. Yeah. The guys, the youth of the Unity Party, had a press conference yesterday. We'll bring you a portion of that press conference. You listen to the young people expressing themselves, expressing their disappointment in the leadership of the 42 years old Omar. 42 years old experienced Omar. That's Omar, rather. President Joe Boakai government. You listen to the young people this morning on the show. Yesterday, former that's a stalwart of the CDC, Avi Wise, talked to his Facebook page. The police officers barricaded his home. Why they decided to do so? I'm anticipating to phone in Avin Wizard this morning. Is it that Avin Wizard is one of those that Greg is going after? What is said happening? We're hoping to hear from Avi Wizard this morning on the show. The Bong Legislative Caucus purchased 75K. What a vehicle, 3 vehicles for the local leadership of the county. But I will look at this from another perspective this morning on the show. It said the responsibility of the county to purchase the vehicle for people that were appointed by the government, or the government should take the responsibility to do this, especially when you have a lot of uneducated people in the county. They're striving to achieve higher education. The roads are deplorable. Young people don't have access to education in bonds, but you take in 75K to purchase 3 vehicles as a county. We'll look at that this morning a bit on the show, and we're also hoping to talk to the superintendent of Bond County. Because I remember when former Superintendent Walker was superintendent for Bond, she did that. And I mean, she was criticized heavily. Madam former Superintendent Walker was heavily criticized for buying a vehicle for the superintendent. Just a vehicle. It was former President Weah who purchased, I think, 3 to 4 vehicles for local chiefs and elders in Bond. But the same old thing they criticize, they heavily involved with it this time around. So we'll talk to the Bond County Superintendent this morning. Good Morning Liberia. It promises to be very fascinating. 8 o'clock, we're hoping to have Wanto Tia Wanto. Wanto is a Liberian based in the Philippines. And so a lot of other issues to talk about this morning. We'll talk about the dismissal of Thomas Falla from the CDC. A lot of other interesting issues this morning. Other axes that just maximize the volume of a receiver and invite someone to listen along this morning to Good Morning Liberia. Let's take this very short break. Let's go for this very short musical break here. To be right back, or we'll come back to commence our discussion right here. Let's go for this break.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up on your stomach. Stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta whip us some more. Yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who are, the people last, the government betray us. I said, the people who are so, the people last us, the government betray us. They get lost, they get deep. I said, we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with their speech they preach indeed and not unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the enemies to be? We just tell you that why we will tell you. But you screw us, you use us a little. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people who are, the people last us, the government betrayed us. The people who are so. The people last us. The government betray us. They get don't want to trust. My people don't want to hope on nobody.
And so quickly, welcome back quickly. Let's do the acknowledgement here. Let's do the acknowledgement quickly. Those of you following, keep sharing the live. And just drop a comment and I will read that out for you. Nice Wule Badio. He says, good morning, Voice of Liberia, and good morning to the peace-loving citizens of Maryland County. I'm watching live from a District 16, Moserado County, Central Nuclear Town resident, where Honorable Dixon Sibo remains the most serious-minded representative. VOL, a very big thanks and appreciation to you guys for always updating with the Liberian people. He says, I'm following, Ruben Kenneth says, I'm following, and Faithfulness Benjamin, he says, I'm following. Monia Sharif says, good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm following you from District number 9, Cinco this morning. Good morning, Voice of Liberia. Joseph Cole writes, I have more than 14 persons that are listening to Voice of Liberia this morning at my business center. My speaker will always be loud for the people to know what's happening in our country. I'm watching you people live from Banga City, Bon County. Thank you so much. And CDC Papi Success Cater for Life, right? It says, good morning, Voice of Liberia from Dupo Road. God, please have mercy on JMB Liberia, please. And John David Nakula Yakpawolo, John David Nakula Yakpawolo. He writes, he says, good morning, Brother George Way, watching from my Must Talk About Gentleman Agreement Corner in Banga City, Bon County. Former President George M. Weah, first year in power was better than Mr. Bwaka first year in power. That one, no argument. UP's children. Stanley Sheriff says JB and his children call LP sell Liberia overnight. Christian Segbe, he says Christian Segbe. He says, a pleasant good morning. I'm following this illustrious conversation closely from my Capitol building office. That's great. Still, okay, I read that comment already. Elijah Cote says, I'm grateful. I'm Elijah Cote following from the nation capital, Monrovia. And Mabu Rogers Wright says, good morning. I'm following you from a country where corruption has been legalized by the president Joseph Numa Boaka. Just keep sending your comments. Sunday Flomo, he says, good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm Sunday S. Flomo is my name, watching you from Bon County, Phoebe Estrie community. Hope those arrests will affect people from the current government officials for burning of the Capitol building. Okay. All right. Just keep leaving your comment. I will read them out for you. And you can also share the live and invite others to listen to the conversation right here this morning on Voice of Liberia. So, fellow Liberians, I want us to firstly listen to a gist of the press conference that was held yesterday by the youth wing of the Unity Party. Hoping that I can lay my hand on it for you. Let's see whether we can get it out for you right here quickly, so that you can listen to the press conference held yesterday.
The minute of this youth congress, you know that over the last 1 year, since the historical defeat of the we are tyranny, the citizen against terrorism that brought our country, the government have come to power. We do understand that there are problems, and we move on to the challenges and the problems that the young people of this party have faced in terms of lack of opportunity, in terms of empowerment endeavors, and in terms of support to Congress who stood up for this revolution. Today, as leaders of the Congress, to say to the National Executive Committee of this party, and precisely the senator of the party who is the president of the Republic of Liberia, that it is on the back of this institution that its collective struggle endeavor was won. We want to say
Yes, so let me apologize for the disturbances in the audio this morning. You know, while the guys were having their press conference, another guy came to disrupt. But let me see what I can forward you a little bit, so that you can get the better part of it. Let's get this side. Listen to it.
of the David movement, member of the National Youth Parliament recognize from the brigade David, who happens to be one of the absolute conducts of this revolution. The secretary of the National Youth in the National Executive Committee of the Party Youth Congress to recognize the all the incoming of the all-being United Party from the Eagle family to be interest of the young people of the resolution. I'm not speaking just on behalf of people in the United Party. I'm speaking on behalf of all of the young people in the Rescue Alliance. This is our revolution, and this is what we fought for. Today, I want to empower the Secretary General. Who will tell me? Who will tell me? Who will tell me? The process that we keep
Okay. You listen to it. And you listen to the press conference that was held yesterday by the youth wing of the Unity Party. So you see some of the things that we always talking about. These are some of the things that even those that in the Unity Party are flecking out. But sometimes it's important that we bring this out to the public. And again, on the flip side, I don't see these guys to be serious people or serious-minded young people. Because the reason is simple. During the heat of the election, the guy said they wanted better Liberia. Their fight was for a better Liberia. So, what were they thinking of? How they saw Omer Baka to be. They spoke about the lack of job opportunities for young people. It's just that the conference, at the time, you had some other guys that came to disrupt the guy's conference. But the guys, especially the young ones within the Unity Party, they are in the know of what's happening. And it is very embarrassing. And that's why the guys came out to have their press conference. And you listen to that, they were speaking on behalf of the Liberian people. And according to them, the lack of job opportunities is lacking under this leadership. And we said it, and the government promised this. Now you're listening to the young people, the Unity Party, the Unity Party boys who brought this old man to the presidency are the ones now criticizing some of the wrongs. You cannot promise to do things, and at the end, you cannot live up to your promise. This is completely wrong. And I think the government have to re-strategize if they must achieve within the 6 years. Because if you follow the guys, there are a lot of things they spoke about. And the key one got to do with the job opportunities that the government promised for young people that they're not been able to live up to. They said they are disenchanted in the government for not fulfilling promises made to the Liberian people. The lack of scholarship opportunities for these young people, for Liberians, specifically the youthful populace of the country. But you know what I said? I don't see these young people, especially the ones that are preaching the message, I don't see them to be serious-minded people, fellow Liberians. Because these are the same people who they said, they criticize we are on ground that we had ministers in government that were giving scholarship opportunities. So that was a waste of the state resources. So why now? It just shows that these guys, they criticize it or they say some of these things because probably they've not been able to benefit as an individual. So they are preaching the right message. But in my mind, they are not the right messenger. They're not the right people to preach this message. Because just 2023, they were all around the place. Oh, the old man got the experience. Let's give the old man the opportunity to serve. He's the only person that can deliver the country. And people said there were other people, competent, qualified people that were into the election. But we said because of the experience of Ome Boakai, the Liberian people trusted him and they turned over the country to him. So you, the young people that in the United Party and complaining, I just don't see you guys to be serious-minded young people. Yes, we agree. Some of the things you said, you are right. Oh, yeah. The government you brought to power promised the creation of job opportunities for Liberia, especially the younger ones. But today, we're not seeing it. What is it? He spoke about it. There were sometimes I can have problems with we, the young people, especially in Liberia. Once the president called the young people and gave them small thing, you're not hearing it, but because according to them, they're disenchanted. That's why they're speaking the way they're speaking. But all of what they say is true. But in my mind, they are not the rightful messenger for the message they're preaching. You know why? Because people said to them during the election that Ome Joe was not going to deliver this country. And they defied. They were even lying to come to the leadership of the country. But like some of the callers can say, you can lie to come to power, but you can't lie to govern. That's what's happening now within the Unity Party. So, you young people were only used during the election as a tool to achieve. Oh yeah, that's how the guys within the Unity Party were using you, the young people, to achieve. They saw you as a tools that they could use to achieve, and they did. Oh yeah, they did. So I will place call to the superintendent of Bond County. I will place call to the superintendent of Bond County quickly. When we come back, then we'll go to the line and hear from you on some of the issues this morning, specifically on our talking point right here this morning. So let's see whether we can try to establish contact with the superintendent of Bond County, Superintendent Howard Norris. Let's see whether we try to establish contact with the Bond County Superintendent this morning, Superintendent Howard Norris this morning. We are told that the county did purchase 3 vehicles for 3 local officials of the county. So we will hear from Madam Norris this morning. Shortly, once we get her, we'll put her through, and she will take some of our hard questions this morning on the show. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, wherever you are and how best you're listening. This is Good Morning, Liberia. And of course, it's a 3-hour show that starts from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And so I'd like to say welcome to the weekend's edition of the show. We're trying to establish contact with Madam Howard Norris this morning on the show. We're trying to establish contact with Howard Norris. If we cannot get Howard, we will shortly go to the line and begin taking some of the calls right here on the show. But I earlier on spoke with her, and she consented that she was going to talk with us this morning. So I'm trying to pick Howard. And so if you're in Banga and you're around the soup, please tell her that I'm calling her. Please tell her that Voice of Liberia wants to speak with her quickly. She earlier on agreed for us to have this conversation, but I'm calling her now and she's not picking up. So we will hear from the soup first. She will pick some of our hard questions this morning. I'm hoping that she will return my call. I know she will do that. So once she returns my call, I will put her through, and she will take some of the hard questions this morning on the show. So we can go to the line now and begin to hear from you, Liberians. You listen to the Unity Party Youth League. You listen to the young people of the Unity Party outlining the lack of scholarship opportunities for young people, the lack of opportunities. In their words, they believe the government has failed within the first year. So this is not sedition are saying this. This time around, not the sedition, not the CDC people saying this. It is the people that brought this government to power. They are the ones now talking about the health within the government. Especially after Daniel Sando started doing comparison. And tell me, former president, we are government as a corrupt government. And that's what the guys from the Unity Party have to say. But let's go to the line now and begin taking some of the calls this morning. If you in Monrovia, call me on 0773419502, 0773419502, or better still 0555184711, 0773419502, better still 0555184711. If you in Bon, Pastor or Mike Gibby, call me on 0773 978564, 0773 978564. Let's take our first call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name from where you call?
This is Lance of Vessel Second and Tucson and Nima, Beliga District.
Yeah, just hold on a bit. Let me take the superintendent of Ball County. She's calling me. Let me take her quickly, then I'll get back to the line. Let's get on the line quickly. The superintendent of Ball County, like I said, the county did purchase 3 vehicles worth $75,000 US. But I read a story in the story. The soup said she did not use all of the money. How much did she use? The soup is on the line this morning. Good morning, Honorable Superintendent of Bong, Madam Howard Norris. We'd like to say good morning. Thank you for I mean, taking your time to talk to us this morning at Voice of Liberia. You live on Good Morning Liberia on Voice of Liberia. Your people in Bong are listening to you and other part of the country. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, the people in Radio Land.
Good
It's
morning.
my pleasure being here this morning. As you know, as you may be aware that we are preparing now to host the county meet, the preliminary county meet. We have with us in county, we have Maryland, Grand Bassa, and Bomi. We also want to welcome them
Yeah.
into Bond County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We anticipated to be there. We anticipated to be there for us in Liberia. We're bringing the whole crew there. we hope we'll see
But
you.
tomorrow we're having a grand march for them. All the teams will be marching with us.
Yeah, we hope to see you
For the
upon our
opening.
arrival in Banga, Madam Soup.
I'm here.
Okay, all right. So let's move straightly to the discussion this morning. There is this report that the county caucus did purchase, in collaboration with the leadership of the county, did purchase 3 vehicles that worth 75K. Why
Yeah.
and where did the county got this money from?
If you can see on the vehicle, you will see the county social development fund and the county funds from the government.
It came from the government or from the covet of the county?
Our entitlement, the CDA, county development fund, and then the county social development fund. So that those 2 funds that were resoluted, we took that money from to have us purchase vehicle to do the county work.
Madam Soup, there are others that they've been criticizing your decision on grounds that you have young people of the county that they don't have the opportunity to achieve higher education. The route condition in the county is deplorable, and you're taking such amount of money to purchase vehicles for these local leaders. They've been arguing that it said that it is the responsibility of the county to purchase vehicle for these people, or the government should take the responsibility.
But the government, if all those who are arguing on it should now be reading the local government act and know that we are going to decentralization and we have to work. What do they expect these local leaders? Like take the county administrator who have to go all through the villages and towns. Take for instance the county finance officer who does not do one purchase of money or anything for the county, or they're coming to Monrovia. Should he be riding if he coming with money even for the county and other things to go through? Should he be riding motorbike or riding passenger car? I don't understand. How do a government work? How do a county work? We didn't meet any vehicle here.
According to your,
and so we will be riding motorbike all over when there's rainy season.
According to your critics,
let me tell you, this is not a privilege. This is a necessity, and it must work. If we must work for this country, we must have the requisite material to have our work.
According to them,
any detractor who does not want the country to go forward, they will. That we shouldn't do that.
According to them,
all of them who talking, if any one of them was sitting in my position, would they come and just walk and be getting on motorbike?
According to them, Madam
let me
Sue,
tell you
this was
about the money. The money was resoluted.
Go ahead.
People will criticize, people will be happy, people will do, but we must do the people work.
Okay.
The car that was purchased, it was resoluted, 75,000. And if you check in Monrovia, there's a lot of cars. There's no car there are no vehicles, and no cars are 37,000 each for one. But we were given duty free, and then we were also given discount.
Okay.
Because we have cash off hand, and that's why the 3 vehicles came to 67,000. And when we got that, it's just prudent enough to also be grateful to LRA that gave us the duty free. And we also be grateful to the entity that gave us the discount. and to also report the balance change.
What's the name
So the
of the
three vehicles,
What's the name of the entity, Madam Sue?
JSC, we have procurement process who put it up, and they're the one who said this is JAC. That's the entity.
According to them,
Okay.
your government criticized this when you were in the opposition. Why you doing this at this time? When you criticize the same old
Our
thing.
government criticized, none that I know of, because all the vehicles you see there, to show you that we're not hiding it, all the vehicles you see there, they have on the door where it comes from and who it for. We can go tomorrow, we'll take care of it, it will become the county. But I didn't see any vehicle here that was written where money came from and what it was for. Our vehicle is marked, it's coded, and it is not my personal property, it's for the county.
How much dollars did you buy the vehicles we're talking about?
I said it from the beginning. I said the 3 vehicles cost me 67,000.
So
right now I don't have any documents in front of me to show it to you exactly where I will mark which one, how many discount and other things. Then
what's the remaining? What's the remaining fund? What's the remaining fund, and what they said you're going to do with the remaining money, Madam Sue?
Going back to the county comments to do for other development. That's why the public have to know that we were given discount, we were given duty free, and that's the remaining one. Sometimes the vehicles become very expensive because of those things, the duty free or the discount. If you don't negotiate and beg for discount and something, so let me know that that's not the vehicle price. Anybody go there, you will see it. It's not hitting. One of the vehicles costing 37,000.
Okay. Quickly, Madam Sue, is there anything you want to say concerning what we're talking about? I'm told you're very busy. You said to me this morning that you're busy and you can only speak to us for 5 minutes. So anything quickly concerning the vehicle issue, and then we just wrap it up quickly.
So I just want to say that Madam Sue is here to work for the county, and I'm not here to have detractor. I know even in your home, there's people there who will be happy and some of them will not be happy. But let's put Bon County first and stop the funny talking and crazy things that they do. Bon County is way behind, and we are here to help, along with the caucus, along with all of them, to welcome them. They don't come and develop the county and go far, because we centrally located. And everybody pass and just laugh at us and go to Nima. And stop this funny talking.
You term your critics as
can work with all vehicles.
You term your critics as funny? You term your critics as funny?
Did I say funny? I thought they should stop the funny talks. Let's build our country.
Oh, okay, all right.
The other people who outside will laugh at us later. I don't find nobody funny. I said, let's forget the whole funny talks and let's work.
Okay.
Let's build our country. Let's put all the differences aside. Let's come together and build our country. And every day, let us leave it and come and build our country, because I don't care how much the other countries, I will always call Nima, because I don't care how much they rough out there, they are better building their country. And now we can talk, but let's come back. If anybody feel I'm not doing the right thing, I'm ready for correction, show me the way, let's go forward. But let's stop doing all this, man. I swear to God.
Okay, thank you, Madam Superintendent. Thank you so much for talking to us this morning. We're glad to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. She is Bon County Superintendent, Madam Hawa Norris. You listen to her there, providing clarity concerning the vehicles purchased by the county. You listen to the superintendent, but we will take calls from Bon County this morning. What we will do, we will take some calls. You listen to the superintendent of Bon County. My people from the county, you listen to the superintendent concerning the vehicles that was purchased. So let's take calls on the Unity Party saga. Firstly, we will firstly take caught from this issue of the Unity Party youth, we will take court. You listen to the audio we played, and you listen to the analysis that I made, and you want to say some things about it. So we will take at least 5 or 6 calls, and then we move on and take few calls from Bunk. You listen to your soup. You listen to your soup. And so maybe you want to say a few things concerning it. We'll also give you the opportunity. So if you're in Monrovia, call me on 0773419502, 0773. The line I've already started bumping. Those of you in Basso, Bone, and Mike Gibby, call me on 0773 978564, 0773 978564. The numbers that put your voices through right here this morning. Let's take this person on the line. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, man? From where you join the conversation? Go ahead. You live.
This is David King, and I do join you from the Ralphie Highway.
David King, go ahead. You live.
Yeah. You see, I listened to those guys yesterday, and they were right to the point. You know, President, we are no longer president. We got President Bouaka now, who is the president. For the unity to always, or member of the Unity Party, to always be talking about Joe, we are. I have to say Joe, we are the president. I mean, it's so disheartening. And you heard in our press conference, the guy said, let's lead it, we are busy. Let's talk what is unfolding. So it is better.
Wow, brother, the call is they coming in very low. But I hope we can read our number, please. We can continue with you, David. The call is coming in very bad, and we can continue with you. Let's take this person up from this other end right here. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. It is George, Mr. George.
This is George Way. You live on the show. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much for the platform this morning. Mike Bemene calling from Buchanan, Van Pastor County, one of Bond County, Fanny.
Ma, go ahead. You live on Good Morning Liberia, the voice of Liberia. How are people there in Bassa?
Oh, everybody are doing well. They're only trying to reach to Bond County, and they will receive that defeat from Bond County.
That's fine. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Let me say many things to the foes of the Unity Party. And when your leader is doing bad, you must say it. But we will always say it.
Okay, all right. Let's hear this person on the line. Let's take this person on the line. The former county inspector of Bonk. He wants to say a few things to the people of Bonk County. Mr. Moses Stopperfield, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, George White. I'm very grateful this morning to the people of Bonk County.
I know
this one is not for politics.
I know you want to respond. I know you want to respond to what the soup just said. Go ahead, let's hear you. You guys were criticized for the same thing.
Yeah, this one is not for politics. That will be very frank. You can't have the county administration be walking by land to go and do the government work.
But honor inspector, you guys were criticized now. They criticize you guys. Former president, we have bought vehicles and sent it to the county. They criticize it.
Yeah, we agree. But for me, for this, I was in the administration. I know how we struggle when it comes to vehicles. You can have the county administrative officer, you can have the county development officer, you can have the county finance officer. Those are the states of the county. If you see the Nima County, we used to go for workshop. Those guys will come with our car while we're jumping from over motorbike together. And, it was funny, but I really appreciate this woman leadership. She's a good administrator. It's not like other people who were there that were working with us, and they were not one for us to, functions in our different, area of control.
What do you mean?
So I appreciate her so much. She's a very good administrator. At least she been able to make sure and give some level of gratifications to his deputies.
Okay.
And, so that's how it works. So anywhere those guys go, they will be highly respected, George. So that is not about politics. If the people are not identified, it's a disgrace to the country. Let me be very frank to you, because they represent the country.
So you guys were into the leadership, and I can remember a day where they bought 3 vehicles, especially from the covet of the county for you guys. There was a point in time when the superintendent even bought a vehicle for herself. It was heavily criticizing the county that was not the responsibility of the county. So somebody will be wondering why at this time when you criticize the same old thing you did.
By right, the county officials vehicle need to come from Ministry of Internal Affairs. But right now, be aware that they had a local government eye now. So the local government eye is in full swing. So the people need to benefit from the county development fund. Those are the benefits. But you see, the issue of our administration is like when you have a head, and that head do not understand the administrative proceeding, so it becomes problem. You know, so
Mr. Stubblefield, thank you so much.
So thank you so much for the show this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Stubblefield. Let's go to the line and take a few calls right here this morning. This is Good Morning Liberia. It's a voice of Liberia, and we're blaming live and direct all across the country. Let's take this person on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name and from where you joined the conversation? Let's hear you. You live.
I'm Zaki Irenega. I joined the conversation from Grand Bassa County.
From Grand Bassa. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Thank you. So, my brother, I'm very surprised. And I bend my head down a little bit and shame and disgrace for the rescue mission to be on the defensive now, defending those things they were used to talk about that the administration was doing, and it was not the rightful thing. Then we have one deputy information minister of Bedford that will work in Senator Yobli's office as a speaker for Senator Yobli today.
Good morning.
We have the opportunity. Good morning.
Good morning. I want us to talk about the press conference that the youth of the Unity Party or the youth wing of the Unity Party held yesterday, expressing their disenchantment into the government.
Okay, thank you.
In their own government.
You always defending those issues when we speak on those issues. You always coming out to defend those issues. I'm bringing him back into the line. The Unity Party has had their press conference. The youth wing has had their press conference. And we heard into the other group went to disrupt.
Yeah, to disrupt the guys' conference.
And this guy, they never went on their own. They send these people. The Unity Party hierarchy will send these guys to disrupt our whole press conference. You see how wicked? The same thing we're saying. They are there doing the same thing. So, President, we are at the article. Anytime we tell them they're wrong doing, then they bring up part of the past government.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your point. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and from where you joined the conversation? Go ahead, you're live.
Good morning to the Fish Park Visual from Liberia. My name is Dennis Sherry. I join you from Broadview, Station of Assaulting.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you for the topic on the discussion. You see, buying the vehicles for the county administration, I think is welcoming, like the former inspector rightly stated. You know, our previous regime, sometimes we are criticized by doing this thing, but I think that's the rightful thing because you don't expect these honorable guys for them to use motorbike or to be using private vehicles or taxis to go to their various work. You know, they need to be entitled to their own vehicles so that whenever they are in lane to go somewhere, they will use a vehicle to get to their various places. I think it's welcoming. We must respect or we must give the courtesy to the superintendent of that particular county and quickly to the youth league of Unity Party. I think there's a time for them to realize that why you so happy in this government. For me, I was not in support of the past regime, wherein some of these particular government officials used to silence their supporters. They were taking themselves to be a big guys in the community. They will only move from in their vehicles to enter to their vehicle horses. From their vehicle horses, they enter in their vehicle to go to their job site. They don't identify themselves with their own self-police from in the community. But today, these Unity Party guys are realizing what is to happen behind the scene. Today, the rain will not fall on the roof alone. These guys were in the community criticizing the past regime or doing the thing there today. So they are feeling the weight. Thank you, Brother George, for having me on your show this morning.
Thank you. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Good morning, my good friend, brother.
Good morning. What's the name and from where you join the conversation? Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Toka Johnson Toka, and I'm in from Grand Bassa.
Toka from Grand Bassa. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the show. I've been listening to the press conference.
You come in it broken. The call the call, I don't know. It's fluctuating. Just shake up a little bit, please. Okay, let's take another person. I can continue with you. Good morning. Caller, good morning. Good morning. Okay. A lot of people on the line and want to make that point. When you call, you got to be attentive. Good morning. Okay, let's get a person coming through. Good morning. Oh my word. The line is very, very busy. Good morning. Good morning, sir. What's your name and from where you join the conversation? Go ahead. You're live.
Thank you very much. My name is Ali Patikuma, and family and
Ali, go ahead. Let's hear you.
So let me say thanks to you. Let me say this, my brother. Anybody who think about the future and thinking about development of your children and yourself, you will always want good things in your life. So by the Unity Party, usually protesting or having press conference yesterday to call government attention that some of the things they promise the Liberian people, they should pay attention to it. And for me, I welcome it. Let me tell you, I support the government. If being president, brother, even on me 1 billion times, I will vote for him 1 billion times. But I will not sit anywhere. If anybody is the president, I kind of power, the whole country like bread and butter, everything is okay. Tell them some people take food every morning he call. The only thing you get to say like the government, tell the government can't party, have you done anything yet?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's take another person on the line. Let's get a person coming through. You've made your point. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and from where you join the conversation? You live.
I'm Lance of Vessel, the second, the two son of Nima, joining from Banga County.
Go ahead from Banga. Let's hear you.
Yeah, we know that the government will not interrupt because if their own children can come from Benin, that be a discussion that we know that Waka government is a serious embarrassment to the Liberian people. And now they are started because we know that they start turning to the phone, they last to the Liberian people. And somebody said they will start their development plan this year, and we're not seeing nothing is going on. The people are lying all around. And I'm urging the public minister saying to hold on the thing that we are wishing to see. The 30 kilometer upper payment that the Italian has done will be 30 kilometers that we're looking at. If that upper payment not been done, it will be very embarrassment to that because we the Liberia supported that in the whole election and we're not seeing nothing happening. And most of our road will be the country that have been catching the government budget. And one will they can't say that, oh, they have been catching government budget. And the problem is saying that someone is making any advocate to what the government is doing in that country. And I really know. And to the issue of the bond country issue, our program always said that. The super never put up, but the authority were put up by the president. Why should they use the country money to purchase car for them? So they cannot want to go to where if the government know that they didn't get the government to back up them, but they cannot use the country money to purchase car for them to be riding all around damaging the road because they are not focused to fix the road, but you have to damage it.
Okay.
The super then the small budget to the country and the more she lets you work when she let the road back. And so money are allotted to grill the road. Are she focused to face the road? Nothing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name from where you join the conversation? Go ahead, you're live.
My name is Philip Detour. I join you from Banga City, Bon County.
Hey, Mr. Detour, let's hear you. You're live on the show.
Yeah, let me first of all commend the family of Force of Bon for bringing the topic on our discussion.
You say what? Force of what?
Voice of Labrador, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
you know, get voice of boy in Labrador in Boncani on his yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing about the youth leave on the Unity Party, my brother, the thing is glaring, is visible. No need to miss our word. The Unity Party government, all of the promises that they made to the Liberian people, we are not seeing nothing yet. And the country has become lawless. The country has become heavily divided. So the old men got to recalibrate and unite the country because our democracy is on threat. Because you see the speaker, there are so many losses in the government. Meaning the president speak, talking about somebody who remain corrupt, this and that, is use the money to bless our people. All of this statement and how car will not win 100 days to the major corridor. All of the things will not see no fulfillment. Like our country, the superintendent was his stated general. You know, brother, yesterday the past superintendent was heavily criticized for buying cars from the country social development fund. You see that? That's what we're saying. They see them because yesterday you say well buy. Why the superintendent you use the country development social development fund to buy car, but today you're using the same money and the superintendent fall on the Ministry of Internal Affairs and the government responsible, national government responsible to buy them vehicles. So why should we use our money to do that? 37,000 can use it. Someone will not get help on your community, will not get town hall. But you're taking it to buy cars. 37,000. You're criticized yesterday, but now it's good now. We're not saying that you shouldn't buy a car to use it, but yesterday you're saying, well, buy. This is what we say and marking you people. That Ministry of Internal Affairs will buy cars for superintendent. Now I can't social development fund. We know that she's making some money in the country. We've seen the superintendent company that the administrator, but buying cars from our money.
According to the SUB, she's looking at the necessity of the vehicles to the leadership of the county. It's important.
What we say here, we say buying car is not bad, but they say yesterday, why the superintendent for job we are administrations to buy car from the country money. But now they're going back there to do the sitting. You say, oh, buy yes. What should you do it today? Okay. That's our point. You see what you say over there, the funny talk. When you are a leader, they got to criticize you, and then when they criticize, that's where you can get idea from. But she's saying that funny thought she used on what we are not France is the superintendent.
Thank you. You made a point. You made a point. The second Wiseman, the final draw is today, and people will be winning 100,000, 20,000, 50,000, and 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, and 100,000. So the code to play today is *799 *30#. *799 *30#. You can play to win your prize. Let's go for this all call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? From where you join the conversation? Go ahead, let's hear you.
I join you from Grand Pastor County, Bicano City. My name is Toga Johnson Toga. My brother, plenty thing happen here in previous government for which that being criticized. This is why they never change schemes so that what happened last year or year before last during President Williams so that it can be repeated. People were criticized. Even the Bon Country issue, I listened to the superintendent. When past superintendent did it, they say it was wrong. And the superintendent is on MIA. Why MIA cannot buy from national government cover to buy people for them? But you got to use the country's social development fund to buy people. I think that was not fair because it was heavily criticized imperial government that the superintendent should have done it. Now it's happening now. People want to buy it that the Unity Party government is doing well. It is that unfortunate. Liberians are very much deceptive, and deception has eaten all our brain up. This is why we see. You see that you win. So it happened last government. So it was happening to the Senegal government. This is Liberia. But you see, when now you people can sugarcoat those kind of things, but when they can't now, they do the same old thing. Then they want people to sugarcoat it. I think this is wrong. There is very much a deception to the higher extent, honestly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's get a person coming through quickly. Good morning. Caller, good morning. Okay, let's take another person. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. What's your name? From where you join the conversation?
My name is Hussein Kew.
Hussein,
from Jacobstown.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I listen to you and the different they make by different callers. So let me say this. The Unity Party will continue to reference the cities because they are the immediate past government.
Hussein, yeah, we're not talking about that Daniel issue. And when you be specific to the press conference, and maybe you want to talk about what the superintendent of Bond County said, no problem. Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So
Fine. So
let's talk about that
yeah,
comparison and all of that, please.
Yeah. So in relation to what the superintendent said on your show, I listened to what. I think the former inspector, right? If I'm getting it correct.
Yeah. He's the former inspector of the county.
Fine. So I appreciate him for being so fair enough and giving his own analysis, his thoughts towards the progress made by the superintendent. You know, sometimes we just have to take away our political feelings and look at reality. You cannot have officials of the country.
But when did you guys in a united party get to realize that?
George, you have to
put aside politics. When you criticize the same thing, Jose.
George, you listen to the former inspector. He said because the then leadership was not cognizant of the fact that they couldn't meet up with the private people who are working in that part of Bond County. They could not even understand the workings of the county. But there's a woman who has come and understand that her officials should be, mobile, and she tried getting some mobile for them. People want to put this. You listen to her, she said she would get the press the update. Nothing here is corrupt, but because you feel that those who working with her, they should have some dignity and respect. That is why she bought them car. Why people should politicize this thing?
So you knew that it should not have been criticized. Why you criticize it? That's what I was saying. For me, I don't get problem with buying car for inspector or whoever. But you guys were in a united party, you criticize it when the former superintendent of Bond purchased only a vehicle just for herself.
So
you united party saying you heavily criticize it.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Criticizing, right? I'm not on the record of criticizing the former regime on those kind of issues. Why would I criticize developmental quest? Now, insensitive. I'll be very insensitive. George, we have.
But I followed it.
Okay, fine. So
that's what I'm telling you.
George.
Go ahead.
We have to embrace development in this country. If we would think that 2029 is tomorrow, then Liberia will not develop. Why it is true that we are going for election 2029?
Jose, please conclude on your guys. Some of your friends were in a united party, they are disenchanted. I know you can be saying the minute lying. Go ahead.
No, but you already preached yours not going around. So I call in particular to appreciate the former inspector.
You can talk about that one. You can go outside.
I'm not going outside.
Interesting, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you. We can squeeze in at least 2 or 3 more cards on the topic, and then we can have another conversation here this morning. 0773-419-502, 0773-419-502, or better still 0555-118-4711. Let's go to the line and take a few calls right here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. What's your name, from where you joined the conversation? Go ahead, let's hear you.
I'm standing here, Dominic from Sugarcane Farm.
Where you got Sugarcane Farm?
Grand Bassa County.
Okay, from Grand Bassa. Go ahead, let's hear you.
The youth, not only the youth that this government promised to bring jobs, they promised the whole nation to bring jobs for us, and we cannot see the job. So the youth are not making mistake to say that. All the promises that the government made to us, we are not seeing any. For Bond County issue, the county is not responsible to buy cars for the government workers are there.
The people say this one is out of politics.
No,
we should put politics aside.
They criticized it yesterday. You see that it was not necessary, and thing that other person do, and you say it is not good. If you get there, you're not supposed to do it because it's not good for you. It's not good for the person. It's not good for you to do it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your point. Let's take another person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning. What's your name and from where you joined the conversation? Go ahead, let's hear you.
So I'm Jeremiah with him, commonly known as Realist, calling from Green Street.
Realist, let's hear you.
Okay. So, my brother, what happened is that all the time when I open my phone to talk, I can always say the person opposition should not do the same to criticize as the others were doing. Because if we do it, it will continue. The same thing the past opposition was saying, and today they see it to be the good thing. According to Husi, he congratulated the lady because she bought car for the workers. But I gave money for him, for her alone to make decisions. The money does not belong to her; it belongs to the county.
Okay.
She wanted to add on. She wanted to add on so she would have make the county to know about it, so that they can have the decision together. But that is criminal behavior.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take another person on the line right here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and from where you join the conversation? You're live.
My name is Jared. I'm calling from Single.
Go ahead from Single. Let's hear you.
So why would you say that you cannot speak to the own people allegation?
Hey, but you want to put
it when you come out, you want place,
you want place hosting situation he can handle it.
Yeah. Then you tell the people, say, all my children in my home enjoy. Then the children come out and say, our pal, you
make it handle our situation. My brother say, you can't comment on that thing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. 077341952. They counted meters on Sunday. And they counted meters on Sunday. Yeah. Let me take our final call, then we can yes, we can talk some more football. We can talk small football matter. Let's take a few calls, then we talk some more about football here. Let's get the president. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning.
I'm Philip Tamba. I'm calling from Otokawa.
Philip, go ahead.
You know, my dear brother, a little body call.
You said?
I say I'm constrained to call concerning that body call. I thank you.
No, I don't want you. No, listen, sir. Listen, please, listen. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to come open patrol boss here, please.
No, I'm not. I'm not
because if you say anything here about hosting now, hosting will want to call back, and then will just be on the one thing with it.
But I really want for me when we say to be in studio one day, serious thing, because it's full of deception. Let's go to the topic.
Go ahead.
The issue of Bonkante, they still buying cars. My brother, let me be bold to you. Those guys criticize the previous government concerning purchasing of cars to be used under the county administration. But now they are doing it, and I understand the former Inspector General for the county, Sabafi. I understand his frustration. You know, those guys. These are the guys that are leaving TDC because now they are jobless.
No. I don't want you to go that route, please. I don't want you to go that route.
No, maybe he's your friend.
No, it's not about being a friend. But something that I got information on, I don't want you to come and lie to the public.
No, we are not lying. I'm not lying. We know what we are saying, my brother.
He is a sedition.
I
At no point in time he joined the Unity Party.
Well, what he is trying to leadership in Bonkante, why he couldn't resign? That's the problem I have with him.
Okay.
Nobody could help him to work with the country administration. He would have to resign.
I think that's
he worked with the government. He worked with the country, and now he's trying to criticize. He's looking for a job.
That should have been a point. Thank you. That should have been a point. But to say he joined the Unity Party or he leaving the CDC to join the Unity Party, then I don't want to go that route, please. But let's talk a bit about the county meet. As you may be aware, the county meet is on Sunday. Yes, the county meet is on Sunday. Let me squeeze the person. I will finally call this segment. Let me squeeze this person quickly. Then we.
Yeah. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. What's your name? From where you call?
Yeah, my name is Harry. I joined you from Buchanan City, the service working farm community.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother. Let me tell you something. The government. The people just feel that we still running campaign in the country. How we should return a back car, use the county money and back car, and when people go to them say that politics. That thing makes sense. It doesn't make sense, my brother. Let me tell you something. Then people on the other side backing, they say it is good. The thing that you criticized yesterday, you told the Liberian people that the other parts government paid that it was not good. Then today you come, on the same mat, you're doing the same thing. Then when people try to talk it, then you say, the quality, how would the government still be in power, still be lying to the Liberian people? That makes sense, my brother. It beats my imagination. That be friend. Thank you for the show this morning, man, my brother.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I highly appreciate. So the counter meet is on Sunday. And the official kickoff of the counter meet will be in Cape Mount. What do you expect as we move towards the counter meet? And what can you say as it relates to the momentum of this year's counter meet? Do you see the momentum? Do you see that zeal in this year's counter meet? What can you say about Liberia as it relates to this year's counter meet, especially when you have the kind of rigmarole going on? Man U Sports is an event that unite its people. Whether you from what political background you from or whatever. Once it is about sports, at that time, you all will come together and support a county. But do we expect this year's county meet to be that county meet of unity? Do we expect our leaders to put aside their political differences and come together and support their various counties? Are you seeing this? Are you seeing them cooperating? Are they collaborating to have the county meet? Whether CDC lawmaker, whether Unity Party lawmaker, or whatever, are they collaborating? How is it led? And what's your call to your leaders in terms of support to your various counties? Sports unite people. Football brings about unity. So, fellow Liberians, this morning, as we move towards the county sports meet, though there have been no much publicity when it comes to the county meet, the government or the Ministry of Youth and Sport, I don't know how the whole county meet has been organized this year, because nothing we're hearing at all as it relates to the county meet. So that brings me to a point where I decided to ask as to whether this year county meet, do you see this year's county meet to be a county meet that will unite our leaders, whether past leaders or whoever? Do you see that possible? Let's forget about even whether Ministry of Youth and Sport are poorly performing as it relates to this year's county meet. But let's talk about the unity. This morning on the show. So I can take few calls on the county meet. Maybe you in Grand Bassa, your boys will be playing Bon County. Yes. You will be playing Bon County on Sunday in Banga Bon County. And we're hoping that we will also bring that game live. So those of you in Bassa, you can rely on us. Voice of Liberia will be there live to bring you that match. Let's go to the line and take few calls on the issue. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So those of you in Grand Bassa, your boys will be going against Bon County in Banga at the David Queen Sports Stadium. And like I said, you can rely on Voice of Liberia will be there live to bring you happiness. It will unfold at the David Queen Sports Complex. And yeah, so we can now go to the line and take few calls. 0773419502, 0773419502. If you're in Bassa, you in wherever you find yourself this morning, you can call on the 0773-978-564, 0773-978-564. Those of you in Muscle County, 0773-419-502, or better still, 0555-184711 are the numbers that put your voices to the right here this morning on the show. What you make of this year's county sports meet? Let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning. Your line is coming in very bad.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Go ahead, let's hear you.
My name is Abel. I'm Abel Harris, calling in from Central Liberia, Bon County.
Go ahead. You got to be snappy. Your line coming in very bad quickly. Okay, let's take another person. Good morning.
Good morning to the peaceful citizen of Mama Liberia.
Good morning. Where you come from?
Thank you. My name is Stanley Sharif. I join you from Broad, District number 17, proud son of Great Cape North County.
Stanley, go ahead.
Thank you for the topic discussion. My country is great. I wish you the all. No, they just see the sense of the citizens of the country kind of giving their money to for their country jersey. They found it. Some of them are in money here. They want to get down to their rival countries to even win their games. Or they are finding it difficult because there are a lot of discrimination is going on in the no job, busy going to. So they are suffering. Can you imagine? It's not very easy, my brother.
Did I hear you say this, sir?
They are dismissing people across Liberia. You just said you are living witness to it. So people are jobless. They are not working. How would they get the financial strength to cheer for their people? Pay their way to Christmas. Once the to cheer for their team, but they didn't get the financial strength, my brother. So I'm predicting that this year country media will be no momentum to it. There will be no momentum. Even when the finals come to SKD, you will watch and see. There will be no momentum. People will be sitting down to their zero horses. They just put on radio to monitor the commentary. But people are disenchanted in this particular government. You saw the example yesterday.
Go ahead. Wow. Good morning. Okay. So we also want to hear from you as it relates to the country you support. So please, when you call, when you give your analysis about the momentum of the county meet, how you see it ahead of the official kickoff, we want to know what county you're from and your prediction maybe as well. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you, George. Thank you.
Good morning. What's your name? Is it Hossein Kew?
Yeah, this is Mateo.
Hossein, go ahead.
Thank you for the second segment of the show.
and I love this part of your show that has to do with the county meet. Honestly, the Minister of Youth and Sport have not done well in terms of publicity and updating the people about the county meet. And even the momentum is very low. But I think they have to double up. And the kicker will be done in Cape Mount, might be lost.
For the first time.
Yes.
For the first time,
so,
for hosting to agree.
Yes, so that is the land of endless opportunity. That is Grand Cape Mount County.
You support Grand Cape Mount?
I'm a proud man, right? And I love my country so dearly. And there where the kicker will be taking place.
You survive from Nima? You sure?
We're going to be Nima 2-0. That is clear.
Okay.
You know, our Camon have already spoken to us. They have told us they give us the results. So Nima, they have to forget it. The 2-0, they have to take it for us. But I just want to encourage our people. The country meet is meant for unity.
Yeah, sure.
There are people who support different political parties, but when it comes to sport, we all join and support our, different counties so that we encourage everybody this morning.
Do you think this will work out this year county sports meet?
Yeah. So the county meet it starts on Sunday, right? Sunday in Grand Cape Mount and in different part of the counties. I think in the southeast and that of Bon County, they are all host counties, but the official kickoff will be done in Rabosport, which is Grand Cape Mount.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so we encourage our people there.
I'm told the president is supposed to be in our place. Thank you.
Yeah, he's to the kicker. So hopefully tomorrow we get everyone to leave for Cape Mount and go and cheer my boys to victory.
Okay, Jose. Thank you. Thank you. I wish you guys all the best. Let's get this president. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and from where you join us?
This is the two son of Nima Glen of Vessel Second.
You will be going against Cape Mount on Sunday. You listen to Jose? Jose said 2-0.
Cape Mount is a one Saturday district for Nima. Nima has Saturday district. So Cape Mount cannot be able to say they're going to beat Nima. We are very strong indeed. We swallow Gopu with GB, we swallow ground war, and we make sure we eat bamboo war. So Cape Mount, they should forget about that call. We'll go back to Monima and we'll celebrate with Peter Cup.
Are the leaders in your county, have they been able to come together to unite and support the county?
There is a unit from the starting of the country of Nima unity is among all. Nothing has brought between us.
Okay.
So we know that we had a bad belief that the court going to go back to Nima this time. So we will not rely on Kema to say that they are come on. There is nothing called believe God. We didn't believe come on to say that come on without to all.
But can't it be a traditional game, my brother? Can't it be a traditional game, bro?
No, come on, we believe God. So now we come from Nima, we consult all the mountain to go there, we get mountain, and they see that now that we all consult that we're going to get a trophy back to Nima.
Okay, thank you. You made your point. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and from where you joined the conversation? The county meet Sunday.
Yeah, I'm Zaki name now from Grand Bassa County.
Grand Bassa, you will be going against Bon County, Central Liberia.
That is very sure, and we are going to defeat Bon County.
You sure the people agree for you to be there in their home?
Into the football team, nobody agree to beat their friend, but the football team is the game. We have the mature player, and our caucus have not yet given any full support to our balls.
And that is bad. You can do that.
And the pressing that little bit came around and gave $500 US was Senator Benton got finished. But the caucus to come as a caucus, we have not seen that.
Where is Nombly Kanga Lawrence?
She will in America. She's in on there. And today my boss will be leaving to go back to city. And my boss are very strong. Nima can't get a story with some of the times Mazda will play against them. They got a story.
Look out.
For the team of Bassa, that where the child is really wants a team. When you know when they come to the football, when you want to win a good football, you must watch the team of Bassa.
Were you also
Bassa another part of strong football?
Were you being Bassa? Were you being Bassa?
No, I'm going. Is it Bassa playing? Then you say you will be in Bassa. I gotta go Bon County. But one thing I want to say, I think the county me is for unifying. But the patron of sport is not a unifier. The patron of sport is not a unifier. So who determined that a counter meet to it is a unifying of game? The president said to now unify the people. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Dr. Thomas Debitula Jr. from Police Academy.
Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah, let me say thanks for taking me through. The counter me is one of those leagues that we consider to unify us as citizens, regardless of your locality. But I want to say the county that is more ready is Bone County. The record is there, and we have played many of our black mix, but we have been unfortunate to have won the county of recent. But I can tell you for free, it's clear. I support Grand Baza as my second choice, but it's gonna be a devastating match on Sunday that we are getting prepared to go cheer our boys in Banga, the boys of Patawi, and we believe that we will beat Grand Baza not less than 5-0 because the team Bongati has the team can be compared to the Liberia national team or even Morocco national team.
Are your guys united, especially the leaders? Have they been able to come together to support the county team?
Love that kind of question, but politics is not in sport. Let's forget about our unity.
But these politicians, good morning, these politicians play a pivotal role in the county meet.
George, let me speak. But I believe that the politicians play a pivotal role, and our focus is support. And I believe that the support is there. Because today, if you go Banga, in the of recent, George, you are from Bongande. Stop hiding yourself behind the microphone away. Of recent, you saw people second party sitting Banga. So this speaks that there is unity of let me tell you, there is preparedness within Bongande. And we believe that the team will have a team is very strong to the extent that the team can even be the Prince will play 9 games. We won 7 and drew 2. We went to pitch Tommy in Lofa County and won it. Very easy going thing for us.
Okay, Thomas.
The county is going to take the national, let me say, the county is going to be an easy going thing. We're coming from Bonkan to fire on the county. It's a price in my for one, but when it's about to start again in 3 years.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's get the president coming through right there. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and from where you join the conversation? Let's hear you. You're live on the show.
Finish Sharif.
You said who, Sharif?
Yes, Sharif.
Go ahead.
Price on I'm came out with this point on the table. We fought more different because tomorrow will be our play. We are going to be that. Came out on going around you. A boy are doing all that with my country. So I'm just to cut what to our my country. I think because the two senators and the to do the best that they contribute in next to what the country so that our boys and girls will keep motivated. They will keep motivated where to with their willing mind. Just waiting for
thank you.
This plan.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Let's hear another person. Good morning. Good morning. So you can read that. You can read our numbers. If you're in Bassa, Grand Bassa, you're in Nimba, you're in Bong, and wherever you find yourself listening, You can call us on 0773419502. Sunday is the counter meet. What you make of the counter meet? And what counter do you support ahead of the counter meet? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and from where you join the conversation?
It's from Grand Basso.
Grand Basso. Grand Basso, you will be taking a bump.
I was playing bomb, but I know to that seminar of the football will come first.
Okay.
The Punkies. Yeah. So that people for that day really want to see how Basso will qualify. Just sure alone if you find job and Basso will go in the final.
Oh my man, you a friend? You from Basso? You sure you Basso man? Oh, the man lost. The man left the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Yes, Ali Masale calling from Ronde, this is 17.
Sunday, the National County Sports Meet kickoff. Let's hear you. What you make of it?
Supporting Greg Kimmo County.
You supporting Greg Kimmo? You from Greg Kimmo?
No, exactly. I'm from most of our support Greg Kimmo.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, we basically I can offer you the number. So because for the past almost 2-3 years, most of Greg Kimmo not performing too well, but they start around soon last and be so can SKG and do well more than the past year. So what's good? At least our boys to have a momentum. Because now all the time they say, bring the person them out in town for it to stay there. Yeah.
Have your leaders been able to unite themselves to support the county?
Come again?
Your leaders, have they been able to unite themselves to support the county ahead of the county meet?
No, exactly. Because the leader, I don't know. Because normally, I say, I live in Grand in my country. Only my wife there go there for Dave Motoraro. So I don't know much about the leader.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. 0773 419502, 0773 419502. Or better say 05551 If you're in Bassa Bung, Lofa Nimba, wherever you find yourself listening, you can call us on 0773 978 What you make of this year's counter meet? The counter meet kick off for Sunday. We can hear you this morning right here on the show. Good morning. Good morning. What's your name and from where you call? You call from Mike Gibby?
Yeah.
What part of Mike Gibby you call from? Dolostown?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you. Oh, you play Maryland on Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. What you make of it? Your leaders in the county, have they been able to unite themselves to support Lofa this season?
Yeah. We got all our leaders that supporting Lofa.
What's your prediction ahead of the county meet, especially your county?
2-1 for Maryland.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's take another person. Let's take another person here on the line. Let's take another person here. This person is live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's your name and from where you call? You call from Barnumsville Junction. Go ahead. Sunday is in fact Sunday the National County Sports Meet kickoff. What do you make of it?
Yeah, Sunday the National Sports Meet kickoff. Yeah, I from my observation for this county, the way in which the Ministry of Youth and Sport decided to organize the county is not the usual tradition. Normally, you see mobilization going on, you see the information happening.
Yeah, publicity. Yeah. That one about no argument. No argument about it.
So there's a purpose.
It's been poorly organized. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, for the issue of sports sense of unity, right? Whether when it comes to the football game, people normally share of your team. So I'm for all our parents to support their county. And I'm sure when the grandfather to be careful because on Sunday they will get a solid defeat from one country. The better guys are going to do with them. So I go to spot them to do for them. Anyhow, the case that I go to saying it for them.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I can take at least 2 or 3 more calls, then I go for a musical break here. To be right back, I can take at least 2 or 3 calls, then I take a very short musical break to be right back. And when I return, always on a Friday, 9 to 10 o'clock, we come up with a social topic we discuss, together. Because throughout the week, we make you busy, we keep you very basic. We talk about some of the trending issues every week, every day in the week. So at least Friday, 9 to 10, we decided at least let's take at least an hour and talk about social issues and all of that. So we can hear you 0773419502. What do you make of the anticipated or the much anticipated county sports meet that is expected to kick off on Sunday? What do you make of it? What county are you from? And what's your prediction ahead of the county meet? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? From where you call?
My name is
You say you call from where?
Sastan.
Go ahead, Sastan. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Hello? Okay. We'll take another person here. Let's see whether we bring in another person on the line. Let's see whether we take another person here quickly on the line. This person gets through. Good morning. Oh, no. 0773419502. 0773419502. Better still 0773978564. Are the numbers that put your voices through right here this morning on Good Morning Liberia. We're talking about sports. The county sports meet is on Sunday. And what can you say as we all anticipate the county sports meet on Sunday? What can you say? What county you support in this year's county meet? And what's your prediction ahead of the county sports meet? Good morning. Good morning. Caller, good morning. What's your name from where you call? Good morning. Caller, good morning. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Okay. We can continue with the person here. We can continue. We can just continue with you. Sorry that we cannot continue with you. Sorry that we cannot just continue with you. We cannot just continue with you. Sorry that we cannot just continue with you. I'm very, very sorry that we can't continue with that caller. And okay, all right. Okay, I like the way it is now. I like the way it is. Too many different views about the county sports meet. And look, let me make this clear. I hailed from Nima County. But I school in Bon. I got my place in Bon. So I can find it difficult to make decision when Bon is going against Nima. Yeah. I can find it difficult because I was born in Bon. I grew up there. I schooled there. But my father hailed from Nima. So I'm a divine. But I supporting Nima, my first choice. And my second choice is Bon. This year can it be? I supporting Nima. Let's take this break to be right back.
The people who want, the people last, the government betray us. I said, the people who want, the people last us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal. I said, we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with their speech they preach indeed and not unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow that please don't be? We just tell you that why we will tell you. But you screw us, you use us and little abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people who are, the people last.
Taco J, they lied to us. The people fool us to come to power. Good morning, Paul. Mike, give me, I'm told we live now.
The people who are, the people last us.
I'm told we are back on the air in my Gibby County.
Don't want to trust. My people don't want to hope on nobody. My hope that I have.
Hi to the people in Basso. How you doing, man?
Where are they going? Where are they going? They say they were poor. They two-step is shaver. The people tired with their wretched.
And so wherever you join us, we'd like to say good morning and welcome. This is Good Morning Liberia. Shortly we will we'll have a topic here to talk about, specifically social issue. Every day from Monday to Friday, we talk about hardcore issues, but at least on Friday, we always take an hour, 9 to 10 o'clock, to talk about social matters. That's what we normally do here. But like I said, I was squeezing Wanto Tier Wanto. Like I announced previously, Wanto Tier Wanto, he's a son of Liberia, but he's based in the Philippines. Wanto Tier Wanto has honored our invitation this morning to have some conversation with us relating to issues in Liberia specifically. So there are a lot of issues we'll be talking about this morning. We say 8 o'clock, but Wanto has been very busy. That's why you see we having a conversation at this time. So he's on the line. Wanto Tier Wanto would like to say, I don't know, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing? You're live on Voice of Liberia. And to have informed Voice of Liberia is all across. We live in Bagibi and 89.7 in Bangabon County. It's 90.7 in Basso. It's I think 85.7. Yeah, welcome.
Good morning. How are you? It's a great pleasure to be here this morning. Are you hearing me loud and clear?
Yeah, you are live. Go ahead, sir. You're live. Very live and clear.
Oh, great. I had a couple of stuff doing, so I probably came late, but it's an honor to be here.
And also, thank you for honoring our invite.
Sure, definitely.
Okay. I've been following you. You're one person I've been following on the social media. To be honest, there are a lot of issues you always talk about. When there are issues in Liberia, you always tend toward and talk about those issues, whether you support or not. You are very straight to the point. But let's get started with this scholarship stuff that you currently running. How is it like? How is it like? Can you bring us up to speed?
So we primarily run Scholarly Path. So Scholarly Path was set up in a way to inspire Liberians to look out for global opportunities. So all across the world, every year, there are international schools that provide, dive opportunity for students who want to pursue higher academic ambition. And so, with what we achieve, we do a scholarly path every year. We host the largest study abroad conference in Liberia um, for the last 5 years so far. We hosted the first edition at the Morocco Corporation, and the two editions have, was held at the ministerial complex. Our core team include Liberians who, have exceptional experience studying abroad at some of the most prestigious universities possible. At our event, what we do is we tend as much as possible to, you know, check to provide, basically their story of impact of how they, you know, arrive at the current stage that they are in. So, these are things that we do with Scholarly Path.
Okay. So how many presents are we talking about? Good morning. Wanda, good morning. Wanto, are you there? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my word. Wanto, good morning. Oh, I don't know what is happening, but let's see whether we can reconnect with Wanto Tia Wanto this morning. Wanto, good morning. Okay, go ahead now. I don't know why. Yeah, go ahead. I was asking as to whether how many
Great. So,
persons I expected to benefit.
I mean, it's not we at our event we have like hundreds of Liberians that attend, directly receiving this kind of support and mentorship. So the point is, we primarily aim at inspiring them to individually apply,
Okay.
and also support them with mentorship as well. So it is a holistic, ambition to inspire that level of, understanding of how to be able to pursue academic, ambition, and how to be able to look out for global opportunities.
Okay. So let's come to Liberia now. Let's talk a bit about Liberia. You following some of the issues happening in Liberia. I followed you of recent. You did a post regarding the dismissal of Thomas Fowler following the saga up Capitol Hill. In a nutshell, you did a post and you said within that post that Thomas Fowler, I mean, the CDC don't watch for Thomas Fowler. And I mean, he leaving, it doesn't mean anything for the CDC. It doesn't harm the CDC. In a nutshell, just summarize what you posted and make the Liberian people to understand what you meant in your post.
Institution is not centered around, it's not unilaterally tied around a specific individual. No individual is greater than CDC as a political party. So that mantra and specific holistic perspective of what the institution is means that the institution is inherently built on the force of the masses that to some extent support them in every way possible. So that's primarily what my argument was. Notwithstanding, that does not mean to some extent denigrate Tom of as an individual. He's a exceptional history in CDC that's inspiring to every young Liberian, rising from the stage, yeah, rising from the stage of rising from the stage of serving on the playing field to where he is currently. Inspire anyone who wants to build a futuristic ambition in public service. So I also think that in every manner possible, regardless of the fact that this situation have occurred, CDC has an incredible platform to be able to go as in. Wow. Yeah, so primarily, hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, you are live, sir. Go ahead.
Great. So primarily, CDC as an institution, infiltration does not in any way deter the political institution growth and preparation for 2029. That's a sustained argument that that I created, and I provided extensive reasoning to why 2029 is just beyond just infiltration. Because at the end of the day, CDC has an incredible platform to recalibrate. CDC has an exceptional opportunity to attract some of the best minds who disagree with how the functionality of this government, will present itself. 2029 electoral process is not driven only because of a political party or tribalism or infiltration. Is on the mantle of how the Liberian people, see the output of this current government. That's the manifesto of 2029. Just few days ago, you saw in Radar, there was a live interview carried out on the governance outcome between two political parties in the space of 1 year. And we know what the outcome is. Overwhelmingly, over 80% of the marketers that were interviewed came out with their refounding support that governance in the space of 1 year under the CDC far exceeds the current government. And the reason why this is so is because there have been exceptional areas and avenues where people lament the output of governance. And this, if this consistently go through, this is where 2029 will be the determining factor. It won't be Thomas Fala, it won't be infiltration, it will be anybody. It will be on the basis of Liberian people making decision on political governance outcome. And this is our argument. And CDC will continue to be able to share their accomplishment and output. We will consistently share the difference, because this is not campaign, this is electoral outcome. And our objective is to show that, in as much there were a lot of propaganda during the election, this is what CDC achieved within a space of time, and this the comparative outcome between both political parties as we see within a space of a year.
Mr. Tia, don't you see this as a shout into the legs of the CDC? Though we still have some times to 2029. Don't you?
I mean, I don't see. I don't see this as let me tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before the election in 2023, basically the Union Party, the political party, seen as their institution, they were completed as like their institution, and interestingly, they won the electoral process. CDC is more set up and structured in a medium far better than the Union Party was before the electoral process.
Okay.
And the second aspect is that infiltration will always exist. People will leave political party on the basis of self-trust or high aspiration, or maybe to some extent the dividend of their perspective of the political party that they were in may have changed, substantially to their ambition and their perception for what they intend to achieve. Does that mean the party will be able to completely go back to U-turn because of that? No. There will also be a lot of people who will be attracted by the political party and envision supporting and being part of their progress. Hence, we do believe that CDC have the opportunity to capture and to be able to inspire a nominal group of Liberians who believe that we can be able to shape the trajectory of our country through, the market correlation of democratic change.
A lot of people have said politics is about numbers, and Thomas Fala hailed from Lofa, and he's a very strong man. Others believe that it is because of Thomas Fala you got the number of votes you got from that the CDC got rather from Lofa County. Going to the election, and after the election rather, this basic Thomas Fala, and you still have the same party want to come back 2029. The few to get Lofa will be very difficult, especially when you now have Thomas Fala no longer on the party. Also putting the party.
What was the political outcome from Lofa County when CDC won in 2017? I don't. In as much as I think, I don't think an individual, present the the clearer picture of our success in Lofa in just in the election. This was a conglomerated effort from different political actors of it. And I do not think, this electoral process is on the basis of a single tribalistic sentiment because there are a lot of Europeans in CDC. The Secretary General, the current chairman of CDC is from Lofa County. The current Secretary General is from Lofa County. The former chairman of CDC is from Lofa County. If we unilaterally tie down the success of CDC in Lofa to a specific individual, then I think that's a historical accident. That's a historical accident, and I think I do not agree with this entire uh, understanding of our success in Lofa. And I'll tell you for real, the sons of Lofa that are part of CDC will become the face of Lofa in the upcoming election in 2029. The second aspect is that CDC is leading a holistic campaign that is decentralized and inspiring, Liberians from all walks of life to believe in their institution. It's not tied to a specific country. CDC will invest a lot into Lima County. CDC will invest in Lofa. CDC will solidify, their current, or women support they've already received in the Southeast. And CDC will continue to be able to, centralize its campaign in most of the country. The pathway to 2029 is as easy as possible for CDC. Make no mistake, whether through government outcome, whether through government performance, the Liberians have, to some extent understand that the electoral outcome in 2023 was done on the basis of, how they perceive, development and governance to be. People now, are reawakening to the fact that in as much as we assume and have overly, unsubstantiated anticipation of how government should be like, CDC actually did or women are well in their electoral, mantra, and this is where the conversation lies, and this is where inspired to be able to continue, informing Liberians on the success and accomplishment of CDC. As you see right now in the space of 1 year, CDC achieved far more than the Unity Party, within the space of a year. And that is evident by the women economic hardship in Liberia that transition to marketers, and ordinary Liberian thinking that, this government is a mistaken opportunity.
You think so?
I don't me thinking so. The recent poll that was done in the radar market is evident enough that Liberians, are reawakening from their slumber to realize how ready, cherished, amazing, and incredible a governance under the CDC was as compared to the current.
You also follow the issue of Capitol Hill, or the saga of Capitol Hill. Let's firstly talk about the issue involving Speaker Kofa before we can talk about the fire incident. What do you make of it as a Liberian from Liberia, based in the Philippines? What do you make of this entire saga? The government have taken side and they've started to work with the Speaker of the majority bloc, cool, instead of Speaker Kofa. And Speaker Kofa is also saying he cannot resign on ground that he should be given due process. What do you also make of it, sir?
I mean, in as much as possible, that the current situation, I've also rated as
Come on in. Come on in.
yes.
Okay.
The other aspect is not just governance, but the rule of law, the output of setting a futuristic precedent that to some extent protect our balance of power. Because interestingly, we have a very impressive, constitution, one that includes the balance of power that provides fair and accountable opportunity for each branches of government to have a, judicial review and observation oversight on how governance outcome is being. If we, transition to a space where the executive control, the legislature, even the judiciary, I think.
Go ahead.
Yes, the current situation at the Capitol is a masterpiece of how we misplace the avenue to protect our rule of law. Speaker Crawford did not receive due. I still believe profoundly that the entire process at the Capitol was a scam. Is a failed experiment. Is a deterioration of the respect of the rule of law, and a retrogressive pillow of how governance outcome can fail massively on a political identity that does not respect the rule of law.
The guys,
So this is where I stand.
okay, the guys from the Unity Party that supposed to confuse that that's the politics, whether due process or not, but they cannot sit on a Speaker Kofa no longer, and they feel the Capitol building is now a church horse, so they feel that what they're doing is the right thing and they cannot go back. So you now in the Philippines, what are people say about Liberia as it relates to this saga, sir?
The what we saw here is the ambiguity. The court failed to define what constitute absence under Article 49 of the Constitution, which leave a critical gap in understanding the procedure. The other aspect is that there was basically neglect of due process. Representative Edward Flomo, Abu Kamara, Marvin Cole was suspended without being afforded the due process guaranteed on Article 20 of the Constitution. The court also failed to address the violation of weakening the safeguard meant to protect the rights of all Liberians regardless of their position. So beyond Jack Costa, all of the procedures is completely far from the identity of how the progressive society will ascribe to the rule of law, will protect its constitution, and respect what we call, fundamental procedural laws, especially at the highest possible authority. What we are seeing here today is we're seeing the erosion of judicial authority. Quote, authority and credibility of our judicial sector. The other aspect is we encourage legislative anarchy in our country, where the court provides, well, the understanding of what we call ultra vires with the current actions from the majority lawmakers does not correspond with even their rule of law. Rule of law that completely state the procedures of, due process that weren't provided according to Speaker Coffer and others. The other aspect is that accountability is no longer possible in our country. The United States Department report uh, provided an accepted reasoning on how the government completely failed fiscal transparency and accountability. And we saw that in the passing of the current budget. The budget was passed without any, understanding of the public inclusion of how the budget stand to be able to change the ordinary life of Liberians. Civil servant today in our country, salary still remains static as possible.
And the president
The other
inside
aspect is that
want to,
even our vocational school,
and the president did sign to
yeah,
that
I'm
budget.
listening. Yeah, the president signed a budget that was done without any accountability process or maybe due reasoning of how to look into it. The budget was done exactly as the president imagined it to be,
But
without
do
any
you
discerning view.
Wanda, do you think the president was to even sign that budget, especially when you still have this saga of Capitol Hill?
But the president does not respect rule of law. The president, the chief architect of disrespecting our constitution, obviously in his action duties and his utterances, they never ban us impossible. We've seen that before. We've seen the central bank governor did not receive due process, a violation of even the general law that the United Party campaign on did not receive, any accordance to our due process. This is the country we find ourselves in. Civil servants in our country are being targeted because of their political opinions. The president made no understanding to that. Even political opponents today in our country are being targeted because of their political views. When they just yesterday, former the vice chair of the youth league is accorded to be on arrest without no evidence so far of it involving the capital saga. The president on one of the capital saga said that this is an act that was done arbitrarily by an individual, and the police accorded that assumptive investigation without any clue and understanding of the process, without thorough investigation. So the police, followed the precedent of the president and said that this was done by an individual. So now, what we're seeing now is that political opponents of the president or people who have dissenting opinions are being targeted under this kind of mirage, poor understanding of output of rule of law, investigative process, and disrespect of our constitution. So, yes, it's not strange that the president signed a budget that did not accord itself with following the protocols of our law. In fact, as we speak currently, we are yet to understand the ruling of the Supreme Court, and we are still calling on the Supreme Court to provide a clearer understanding and interpretation. Because what we see right now is the president taking action directly from his attorney general to make an informed decision on legal matter and constitutional issue. We are failing massively when it comes to rule of law, and the millennial depend fully on the rule of law and governance. Manhunting political opponents is a contradiction of the Millennium Compact. So the president have to understand that his actions and this government action will be a pathway for Liberia fielding massively to generate the kind of support and revenues that should change ordinary Liberian life through the Millennium Compact. If the rule of law and the respect of political dissent is not respected in this country. So these are things that we see in our country today, and we need to be able to ensure that we accord the best opportunity to safeguard our constitution and respect the rule of law, and that must be done with setting of a precedent in the legislative saga.
Wonder if you had the opportunity to sit with President Joseph Boakai, what are some of the things you were going to be saying to him about governance in Liberia specifically?
If I have the opportunity to sit with Joseph Boakai, exactly what I'm saying, respect the constitution. The president should ensure that Liberia does not, present itself as a recipe of conflict due to political, discernment. The president should respect critics, especially dissenting critics, that point out his flaws and his draconian principles of leaderships. These are things that we believe must change in Liberia. I also think that the president must understand that this country is overwhelmingly a youthful populated country. That means the youth should be included in every space and decision-making process. The president must desist from tribalism. Local County today has almost 21 plus senior leadership role. The entire financial sector of our country is being controlled by a single county, local county. Other counties are being excluded from inclusive governance in our country. And this must change in every way possible. Liberia is not specific or tied to a tribalistic arrangement. It is centered around a country that respects the inclusivity of everyone to have a fair and balanced, equitable opportunity to contribute to governance in our country. Not based primarily on the principles.
What's the importance of decentralization into government?
The idea of saying decentralization itself is exactly what is important. You have to decentralize governance to create an inclusive opportunity of all Liberians. Liberia is not centered around a specific country.
Good morning. Yes, go ahead.
To transformation of our country. And hence, we believe that this can be done with the government respecting or disagreeing with tribalistic, nepotistic practice of governance appointment in our country. You cannot allow the entire financial sector to be run by local. This is wrong, this is unfair, and this is a terrible precedent that we are setting up. And we believe that these are the things that we disagree with this government. We think also that there must not be an opportunity where, people who disagree with the government should lose their job. We saw a few time ago, the director of the Civil Service Agency recommended that non-persons from the MCC must lose their job because they disagree with governance and they have dissenting opinion about the government. And the Moreover City Corporation relieved them of their duty without providing them any support. They are Liberians. They should have fair and balanced opportunity in respect of their opinion. Political affiliation must be protected in our country because we must all have a right to have an opinion and to have a right to affiliate in respect of, of which institution we are part of. So these are things that I believe must change. There are many things in this country, and in the space of 1 year, it's fair enough to tell you that the government is proceeding wrongly, terribly, and it does not provide any optimistic outlook to what the future will be like. But we are looking forward to see what this year 2025 will be like. Maybe to some extent, the government will understand their few output of governance in this country, given by international reports. I don't know if you read the report from NAMO. NAMO provided a very, very discouraging report on this government. That only 3% of the government indicator and promise,
Yes,
which is
I
over
read that
100
report. I read that report.
promises, exactly, over 100 promises made by the government, only 3% of that promises, has been achieved so far. It's quite, unfortunate. But we hope in a space of 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, that this government will reawaken from the slumber and make the right decision that look to inspire change, progress, and authentic leadership and governance in our country. Because this is what we hope for. And our criticism is centered around that because we are proud, we are patriotic, and we believe that this country deserves far more better than what it's getting right now.
I want to believe that you follow the issue currently at the Ministry of Finance involving Bill Bagil Juice. What's your stance about this entire fraudulent of documents or letters by Bill Juice just to award contract to his friends and family members?
Well, my stance is not surprising. The Unity Party over the years demonstrated the most nepotistic governance outcome ever in our history, in the previous years, in the current. But what is most surprising is the fact that this president is appreciating this kind of practices. In fact, we overheard the president in Lofas encouraging corruption at the detriment of progress and true accountability in this country. He said, if you steal, ensure that the money you're stealing should be used for the people. So the government, the president is encouraging people that Bill McGill to steal, but also encouraging him that in as much as he's stealing, he should use the money to change the people's life. So this is exactly what we are faced with. It's quite unfortunate that even up to now, the house is yet to summon McGill to investigate the current debacle of directly being implicated in a fraudulent contract awards at the detriment of due process that provide fair and balanced opportunity. In fact, that's not even the only thing. It was so embarrassing that the U.S. Embassy provided a caveat to the government that the very letter that was used in the contract that was awarded but was fake, and that means the Ministry of Finance supported the fraudulent fakery of the U.S. Embassy letter under a national government. Under a national government, the U.S. Embassy uh, was fraudulently included in a letter that was sent and provided that contract. So this is embarrassing. And but we are not surprised because we knew that we'll come at this outcome. There's more to come, and the Liberian will make decisions towards the current, the back of the government and how they are embarrassing or greatly even with international partners.
Want to quickly before we go to the lines to hear from Liberians all across the country. You follow the issue at the University of Liberia. The president appointed one that Lily as president of the university. What's your stance? What do you make of it? A lot of people have criticized this on ground that she's not a Liberian, and there are other competent Liberians that should have been appointed as president of that university instead of the president appointed somebody would say foreigner as president of the university. What do you make of it?
I mean, I've made my position clear. I think a government that came on a mantra of ensuring that Liberians take charge of the transformation in their country. It's contradicting itself, but his first appointment. The first appointment for the government in the state-run university is providing a foreign national to come and serve as president of our state-run university. Unprecedented and a rare, regional, president that's been set up by this government. In Ghana, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology is being run by Ghanaians. The Ashesi University is being run by Ghanaians. The University of Ghana is being run by Ghanaians. So we are saying what inspired this choice. Some say the candidate is extremely qualified. She had the incidental accomplishment in academia as a professor. But what is interesting to know, candidate in all of working, serving no administrative role in any uh, administrative staff as a dean to some as a vice president for the college or whatever way possible. The candidate served in no capacity before. The highest role serving as the chair for the African Studies program, which is far below some of the competent Liberians who were in that procedure, who were finalists of that vetting process. The contextual Liberia is far missing from the candidate. But the candidate has no regional understanding of how university or tertiary institution runs Africa, not just in the weather lab. The other aspect, the credential of the candidate receive a credential in African studies and psychology with the ambitious progress of education across Africa. We are yet to see the vision of the candidate in terms of how the University of Liberia will expand itself. What we're saying so far is that all of the indicators shows that there were competent experience. So we are setting a dangerous precedent that the transformation country should be built on a narrative that only force can change Liberia. We disagree with this narrative. We think it should be provided a space and should be regarded as the architect of transforming our country in every dimension possible. And Liberian first mentality must be something that we envision as all Liberians, because this is how we change our country. And we think this government is neglected the credential and the aspiration for Liberians to change their education system on a presumptive narrative that foreign nationals is the best opportunity and the best pathway to change our state-run university. We disagree with this in totality, and we think this is an unfair precedent we are setting for future generation in our country. And we think that this government erred completely. We mismatched opportunity to provide that space confidence for Liberians and history and in the time to come.
Okay. All right. This morning we have Wanto Tia Wanto. He's a son of Liberia, but he's based in the Philippines. You listen to Wanto Tia Wanto. You have question, comments. Oh, okay, in the UK. Yeah, okay, in the UK. That's great. He's currently in the UK. He's currently studying in the UK. So if you follow in the conversation, you have custom comments or whatever. We have Wanto Tier Wanto. You listen to his analysis. You can call us on 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502, or better still 0555 184711, 0555 184711, 0773 419 502. If you in Banga, you in Magibi, you in Grand Bassa, you can call us on 0773 978564, 0773 978564 are the numbers that put your voices through right here this morning on the show. Good morning, Liberia, and we in conversation with Wanto Tier Wanto. You're listening to Wanto this morning on the show. You have questions, comments, or recommendation. We can hear you this morning on 0773 419 502. The better still 0555 184711 or 0773 978564. Let's take this person on the line. Good morning. Caller, good morning. Okay. 0773 419 502. This person is from this end. Good morning. Good Good morning. What's your name and from where
Good
you
morning.
call? Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Benigo Tadeta. I'm calling from District 14.
From District 14, Monserrato. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And listen to one to analysis from the angle, from the issue of Thomas Farah. Yeah, we know that CDC made Thomas Farah. And CDC having a high vote from local countries, they're not going to be tied to only Thomas Farah alone. Because there are other factors that relate to that vote originating from local country in favor of CDC. When you have a lot of development at the party, CDC government undertaking in local country, and having a lot of sons and daughters within the CDC who are having a lot of hierarchy position, that is a strong father. So the number of votes that CDC got can not only be tied to Thomas Father alone. The work that he did there was not only him. A lot of citizens left from here when joining the event campaign in our area before the CDC. So leaving the CDC, I mean, we know that every action that you take, there are negative and positive, but that will not be anything that will affect the CDC greatly. That have been some of our, for me, I've been following some of them since I joined CDC. I mean, I have not seen so ungrateful person like Thomas Father because I know where Thomas Father came from and to where CDC are taking him to have taken such a decision and gone beyond the party doctrine is very unfortunate. But however, CDC is bigger than any other individual. It's an institution. It's not driven by individual. And concerning the issue of the government, I mean,
be
people
snappy.
are
We have to take
comparing.
orders, please. Be snappy.
Okay. So comparing the President Boga one no comparison to be over there. Yeah, a lot of development on taking the dual community role were in full swing, a lot of people were in, and the CDC launched a national development plan within the one team police are killing people all alone, corruption that nation.
All right. Thank you. 0773419502, 0773419502. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and from
brother,
where you join the
good morning
conversation?
to Mr. Winto.
Yeah, go ahead.
JBE Harrison, I call from Benson Street.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Mr. Winto, I just want to thank you for your advocacy because your advocacy based squarely on a liberalization policy. But I have a question for you.
Be snappy. Go ahead.
Yeah, you've been around this country, and we have professional coaches around the country, but our country has been scouting or appointing foreign coaches on our national team. We have not spoken about it. Lastly, Liberia has been heading the university forever. There is no reform, infrastructure development, infrastructure-wise, nothing. And our educational level is still as not compared to other universities around Africa. Can you speak to it? Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Morning, Brother Wade.
Good morning. What's your name from where you join the conversation?
Thank you very much. This is Samuel Nyiman. We are calling from district number 9.
We have one to tier 1 to as our guest. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I listened to Brother Wonko religiously, and all of the analysis proving make me to understand he understood the political terrain of our country, because all what he said is just what is unfolding. So really, I take him to be a political giant because he's not in Liberia, but he gave chronological analysis of all what happened in Liberia. So I'm appreciating. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take another person here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? From where you call?
My name is Rufus Popular for you.
You call from Oro?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you for giving me the time. Let me make a comment on the University of Liberia.
Yeah, go ahead.
Something I worried about is that those people who the panelists have said the criteria to present that woman to the president, know very well that this state-run university is a very tough place and it's rough. I said that woman, I think all of the time she's been working around universities in the world. She has not worked in a tough state and rough area of the University of Liberia. So my worry is that the way I know my country, I know the state-run university, I hope that they take all of these things into consideration before they select her to come and test in this place as a visitor. So they have to take that into consideration just in case any of these things occur. she must not take any steps for yes, she must be able to solve the problem. Because I know the guys at the University of Liberia, caption will not erase. They will continue to exercise their right as their tradition in the university. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You are live. What's your name and from where you call?
Yeah, commonly called as reality.
You say you call from where?
Let me address the university issue.
You say where you call from?
I call from Clay Street.
Okay, Clay Street. Go ahead.
Yeah, realist. It's a realist.
Go ahead.
So what I want to say here is that giving somebody to university that do not know about the introduction of the university, I mean, it's not strange to this government taking people, foreigners, putting them over places that they not even know of. We see the representation of the sport here. It was seen that in brought here that representing. So those things are things that will give the government hard time to overlook. And when they giving them hard time, they will blame it on opposition. That's what I've seen.
Okay.
The people, I think I just said about the information minister, people comparing the government. We saw what happened during the time of the government of President William. But Daniel Simon then, they want to justify their money. You can't blame them. I know they can tell them, if you not talk, we'll take the job from you. They have to talk.
Okay, thank you.
He talk more than even the information, the public information minister.
Thank you.
The public information minister had come to his senses. So he using this time he can hear the man talk like this. No. So my brother, we inside.
Thank you.
To find out way to get out.
Thank you. Let's listen to other Liberian this morning quickly and get back to Wanto. He respond and then we go. Good morning.
Good morning, boss Liberia. Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and from where you call?
Yeah, my name is Toga Johnson Toga, and I'm from Grand Bazaar County.
You call from Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. Go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I've been listening to your speeches very religiously. You know, I listen to the entire day. It's very chronological. You know, somebody who lives in the UK and United States has never way past English, a very good young Liberian who wants to see their country move forward. You see, my brother, too many Liberians complaining as government. Very certain thing that was going on was not fair. It was not good. When I identify places, there's a president came and said, no business as usual. Don't go back to the next one. Former President George Weah, bro, was busy as next chairman. At the end of the day, Liberians criticized, even the very Senator or Senator Nobly and the rest of those folks, they criticized that the man that he was never in Liberia, he was an alien. At the virtue of at the end of the day, his argument could not be proved after he left. So this is not to consolidate to steer the affairs of our university, our state university, or not taking into consideration the kind of a way that the university is being run. The university is very intense in terms of the human capacity, and that woman will not be able to maintain the kind of person within the university. But this is and the president is very much complacent to put only because he wants to be very much defiant of the law. He has been very lawless. So we understand this, the country will wait until the state is finished for all our watching the people are. Thank you so kindly.
Thank you. Thank you. We can squeeze in at least 2 calls. We can squeeze in at least 2 more calls. Then we'll get back to Wanto. And Wanto will respond to some of the issue. Please, those of you calling on my personal number, please don't call on that number. Please don't call on my number. I'm speaking to Wanto from that, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and for where you joined the conversation? Go ahead. You're live on Voice of Liberia.
Yeah, let me say good morning and a happy new year to the team at Voice of Liberia and to Mr. Wanto.
Go ahead.
Look, my name is Theophilus Itobi II, and I'm in Monrovia.
Theophilus, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to respectfully disagree with your guest. My brother, let me say why it is true
that there are challenges this administration is faced with. But there
What are the specific issues that he stressed that you want to disagree with him?
So number one,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
the issue that has to do with the University of Liberia. The act that created that university, the chapter of the university, did not say that it is only a Liberian.
What did
president of the university?
What did chapter say? Good morning. What did chapter say?
So it is open because listen, Sister Mary Lawrence Brown was the chairperson of the setting committee. Dr. Tobin and people that was on that committee, these are people of integrity in Liberia. You know that. If the university chapter says it is Liberian that should serve as president of the University of Liberia, trust me, Sister Mary Lawrence Brown, Dr. Tipote will not sit on that committee in non-Liberian. So in fact, until there is a law that disproves the actions of the vetting committee, Wanto does not have an argument. The next thing I want to disagree with him, right? Look, like I said, there are challenges, but Mr. Wanto should not blind his eyes on the successes that the administration made in last year. Look, my brother.
The next one, quickly. The next one.
One of the successes of this administration that Mr. Wanto is blinding his eyes on because it's a sedition is the.
What's the next point that you disagree with him on? The next point.
So I'm coming now, my brother. So you don't want me to get so I'm gonna. Let me give the progress.
Okay, wait now.
When I disagree, let me give progress.
Listen to me. Yeah, listen to me.
Yes.
Listen to me, please. You said you disagree with him on some of the issues that he spoke about, and the first one he spoke about is the issue of the University of Liberia. That's what I'm asking. What's the second one?
So now
I did not ask you to talk about progress yet.
No, but because I want to make the public because he's making the public to know that the government is doing nothing.
What's the next issue that you disagree with Wanto on that Wanto spoke about and you disagree with Wanto on?
So when Mr. Wanto says the government is not fighting corruption and the president made a statement that was supporting corruption, that is not true, right? Today,
the president
I'm coming now, my brothers. Today, when you go to
I'm asking what if the president did not make the statement in Lofa?
My dear brother, the statement made by the president is being misinterpreted.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. So
conclude quickly.
In the fight against corruption, the president took an action against the LTA. Official commissioners that were at the LTA were allegedly involved into corruption. What did the president do? He suspended them, initiate an investigation.
The one currently at the Ministry of Finance.
I'm coming now.
The one currently at the Ministry of Finance.
Currently at the Ministry of Finance, there is an internal investigation that is going on. You are aware of that.
Thank you.
You are aware of that.
Thank you.
To conclude.
Thank you. You made a point already. Thank you. So we can take one more call, then we'll get back to Wanto. He will respond to some of your concerns. Right here, one more call. We can squeeze in a call quickly, and we get back to Wanto. He respond, and we wrap it. Wanto have to go and cater to some of his schedules. Yeah. So we can take a call 0773-419-502, 0555-184711, or better say 0773 978564, 0773-978564. Are the numbers that put your voices through. If we cannot get a call, we'll get back to Wanto and he will respond to some of your concerns right here quickly, and then we wrap it. Wanto, you listen to some of the comments, though a lot of them agree with you and they appreciated you for your comments, but you listen to I think about two persons. One person asked and another person was disagreeing. Let's hear you.
There'll be disagreement. The point is, while we are you hearing me?
Yeah, you are live, sir. Go ahead.
Great. So argument here is that there are a lot of missteps for this government. We provided tangible evidence to the missteps in governance. So it's not about whether you agree or you disagree. You can disagree with the fact that the current situation at the capital is a demonstration of the lack of respect for our constitution, blatant violation of our rule of law, and an extensive justification recipe for chaos, because we saw that with the capital situation, which inherently demonstrated a level of division of capital. We saw lawmakers gathering at a resort center, spending cash payer money that up to now we still can't understand where that money was acquired from. You know, that sponsor lawmakers to sit at a resort at the detriment of poor who should have these kind of opportunities. Even up to this time, our budget is far, recognizable from the very thing that this government campaign for, a desire to change the life of civil servants. Civil servants today still make, $150, while generators or gasoline price for commissioners at LTA is around 3,000 plus. So these are the arguments. The arguments is centered around, what we need to be able to do to be passionate about change in this country. And this government does not identify itself with that change. And we are concerned about it. And we think there must be something fundamentally wrong with how we envision the radical change that we need in Liberia. And the other aspect is the guy said coaches in Liberia are foreigners. We are speaking about fundamental identity stuff. We disagree with that. We think there might be a Liberian identity that is based on value, that is based on a higher desire to promote Liberians to be the architect of the transformation that we envision in this country. And we think the appointment of a foreign national at our state-run university identified the fundamental disagreement with that principle of empowering Liberians with the confidence and opportunity to change our country. I do not agree with any argument that the transformation of Liberia, the state-run university, would be fundamentally changed only because we are foreign national. There are issues that are systematically tied to how we transform education in this country. And one must start to a commitment, one must start to a desire for financing, one must start to a desire for fundamental systemic overhaul of, that that can be brought by Liberians who have had experience in other places to change our country, not necessarily a foreigner to lead that space to change it. We disagree. And we provide an understanding that there's contextual mismatch with the candidate. Our understanding of contextual mismatch with this candidate is that we believe that the candidates have no regional understanding of how education or higher education system is being run in Liberia. Whether you have your sympathetic appeal for foreigners, we believe that, because we had the experience to be in foreign institutions, we do not agree in a way that the transformation of an African-run university or state-run university in our country cannot be done by the Liberian with the requisite credential of experience, professional understanding of education, and a desire to change our country. Hence, our argument is centered around a fundamental reasoning and a value system that promote Liberians to all opportunity. Because what we are setting here, we're setting a futuristic precedent that is problematic for the future. Maybe the next time we'll come again and say the Ministry of Health is not functioning. We need a foreign national to change the Ministry of Health. Or we'll say that, the labor sector is terrible. We need foreign nationals. And before you know, we are building a neo-colonial mentality in our country. We disagree with that precedent because Liberia is a sovereign country, one that must provide higher opportunity to Liberians beyond anything. Again, to the CDC, in as much as we understand that infiltration is terrible, I think the mantra of the Coalition of Democratic Change is built on the fortitude of the masses, and the masses breed this institution. The masses own the institution. Hence, I do not agree, that sentimentally, the departure of Thomas Farah will, to some extent, hamper the progressive preparation of CDC to 2029. And the second aspect also is that, which is the final aspect, is whether you like this government or not, defend as much as you can. The reality of Liberians is certainly in. If you go to Radar now and you take another poll, Spoon just completed their poll in Radar. Over 80% told you that the government has failed massively in the space of 1 year. You go back in Radar again, the same 80% will tell you that the government failed massively in 1 year. You can't change the trajectory of the people on the basis of propaganda. Neither can you build a political communication that transition itself for actual governance outcome. So the government wants to be able to win the support and the favoritism and opinion of people in this country. They must do the right thing. Until they do the right thing, the masses will continue to gamble on the failed outcome of political governance, the rule of law, the direct disrespect of our constitution by the commander in chief, and the lack of respect for the branches of government, which present an eclipse of separation of power, and judicial mismatch that present an opportunity for futuristic generation to not understand what true meaning of rule of law is. Now, thank you so much for giving me the time to be here, and I really appreciate it. And to all of the callers, thank you so much for your kind words. And together in the belief and trust in this country, we'll continue to stand for what is right, truth, honest, and authentic. Thank you.
Wando, thank you so much. I appreciate your honor of our invitation to share your thoughts with us on some of the issues in Liberia. Thank you so much. I highly appreciate. I hope we will continue to have these kind of conversations, sir. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. He's Wanto Tier Wanto, and of course, Wanto has been our guest right here on the show. You listen to him. We've been talking about a lot of other issues here this morning on the show. And so that's it. I gotta go, folks. I gotta go.
I'm just where African soldier. African soldier. Just remove that African soldier. My God, be African soldier. African soldier, show your power. Show your power, free your people now.
Well, folks, that does it. That does it for the weekend's edition of Money Liberia, the Voice of Liberia. The name is George. I'm George Wade. Presented weekend's presentation of Good Morning Liberia. Continue to love the life you live the life you love, put God first in all of your decision-making processes. Once more, I'm Josh Way, bidding you farewell on today's presentation of the show. Bye-bye, I'm out.